Welcome back to the Lips Reacts channel. I am Lips, and today we are watching Pride and Prejudice. And thank you to those of you who have asked for this to come out for Valentine's Day, because you know what? Not only am I happily obliging, I also made the entire month of February a love-themed month for full-length movie reactions for Patreon. Which, if you aren't over on Patreon, we do one full-length movie reaction a week in addition to the 2 to 3 full-length TV show reactions a week. So this is a rare occurrence that I will be dropping the full-length and the edited release on the same day. But this is a movie that, I don't know, I love romance. I love a lot of rom-coms. I think this would be more of a dramedy, I think, or a drama. Yeah, I found that I hadn't seen a lot of classic romance movies, which does seem so out of character, but never too late. Never too late. Today we're going to watch Pride and Prejudice. This will be my first time ever watching it, and I'm so freaking excited to share it with you all and embrace whatever this story is and finally be in the know. I almost bought the book the other day because I was in Portugal and there was this really stunning bookstore there, and almost bought the book, but I went with the Little Prince instead because they had like a bunch of special stuff about that book. But I'm very excited to watch this, and then who knows, maybe I'll even read the book too, but we know I have a backlog of books I'm reading at the moment, so don't hold me to that one. Like I said just a minute ago, if you want the full-length reaction to this or anything else you see here on the channel, those are always over in Patreon. Again, that posting cadence is 2 to 3 full-length TV show reactions a month, and then one full-length, or 2 to 3 full-length TV show reactions a week, and then one full-length movie a week. You do need your own copy to watch along, but it's a really fun place to chat. Things go up over there earlier than they make it over to the edited YouTube side of things. All in all, it's always a fun adventure anyway. So let's get into this. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe while you're here, and I'll see you in the movie.
Lydia, Lily.
Beautiful setting so far.
Have you heard? Netherfield Park is let at last.
Well, how can that possibly affect them?
Oh, Mr. Bennet, how can you be so tiresome? You know he must marry one of them.
Oh.
Who? Is he handsome? Who?
With 5,000 a year, it would not matter if he had warts and a leer.
Who's got warts?
I will give my hearty consent to his marrying whichever the girls he chooses.
Oh, wow. That seems like a life-changing situation for them. I was sitting there on the couch smiling when it's gonna be freaking her. All the other girls seem to really want it. Blonde girl especially. I love that there's romance around it. They're like, please, they've not even seen the guy. What if he did have warts? Changes your entire life to be married, though, in this kind of environment, yeah? Especially to someone well off.
Now, if every man in the room does not end the evening in love with you, then I am no judge of beauty.
Aww.
They're not all bad.
Cumulus poppycocks in my limited experience.
One of these days, Lizzie, someone will catch your eye, and then you'll have to watch your tongue.
Lizzie's just uninterested. Oh, is that him?
So which of the painted peacocks is our Mr. Bingley?
Well, he's on the right, and on the left is his sister.
And the person with the quizzical brow?
That is his good friend, Mr. Darcy.
Oh. She's... Oh.
Tell me.
10,000 a year, and he owns half of Derbyshire.
Oh,
The
wow.
miserable half.
Is that who catches her eye? Well, I know the name Mr. Darcy, so... Ooh. she's so pretty. That smile. That green also looks great on her.
Mr. Bingley, my eldest daughter, you know. Mrs. Bennet, Miss Jane Bennet, Elizabeth, and Miss Mary Bennet. And may I introduce Mr. Darcy of Pemberley in Derbyshire.
You may.
And I'm not suggesting you can't read out of doors, of course.
I wish I read more, but there always seems to be so many other things to do.
Yes.
But yeah, she really does like the brooding Mr. Darcy. Ooh, oh, Blondie. I see it. Oh, he looks smitten with her.
Will you dance, Mr. Darcy?
Not if I can help it.
Bold girl. She tried. She wants in. Oh, is he interested as well?
I've never seen so many pretty girls in my life.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
But her sister Elizabeth is very agreeable.
Perfectly tolerable, I dare say.
Oh, that's so sad.
Count your blessings, Lizzie. If he liked you, you'd have to talk to him.
As it is, I wouldn't dance with him for all of Derbyshire, let alone the miserable half.
Oh, she bounced back quickly. That was hurtful, though. Okay, that girl could kill with her looks.
It is a pity she's not more handsome.
Mama?
Oh, but Lizzie will never admit that she's plain.
Oh.
It's my Jane who is considered the beauty of the county.
Mama, please.
Oh, Mama is, I think, a little drunk.
Very pretty verse.
And that put paid to it. I wonder who first discovered the power of poetry in driving away love.
I thought the poetry was the food of love. What do you recommend to encourage affection?
Dancing. Even if one's partner is barely tolerable.
Oh, she's like, I heard you. She's got wit. And also, she's smart. She reads a lot, yeah? We saw that at the beginning. So she's... The walk away, she's confident. And that's why she's going to win him over. Also, barely tolerable, not handsome enough to tempt you, Mr. Darcy.
Do you really believe he liked me, Lizzie?
Jane, he danced with you most of the night and stared at you for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I still can't believe what he said about you.
Mr. Darcy. I could more easily forgive his vanity had he not wounded mine.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh.
Poor thing, it is a shame she's not more handsome. There's a spinster in the making and no mistake.
Okay, Mum, you shut up.
Oh, Mr. Bennet, the way you carry on, anyone would think our girls look forward to a grand inheritance. When you die, Mr. Bennet, our girls will be left without a roof over their head.
Yikes. Oh.
A letter addressed to Miss Bennet.
That's why it's so important. Oh, they're broke.
Praise the Lord. We are saved.
Oh.
It is from Caroline Bingley. She has invited me to dine with her. Her brother will be dining out.
Oh.
Can I take the carriage?
Certainly not. She'll go on horseback.
What? Oh. So she's gonna be soaked.
Now she'll have to stay the night, exactly as I predicted.
Oh, because of the horse. Oh, poor girl.
Do not be alarmed. Excepting a sore throat, a fever, and a headache, there is nothing much wrong with me. This is ridiculous.
Well, if Jane does die, it'll be a comfort to know it was in pursuit of Mr. Bingley.
What if she does die?
I must go to Netherfield at once.
What if she did? Now, Mom is good, though. I mean...
Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
Wow. She does look plain compared to that room. Oh, hello, Mr. Darcy. Is little Darcy at attention, too? Jeez.
I'm so sorry. How is my sister?
She's upstairs.
This guy, I can't get a read on him.
Thank you for tending to my sister so diligently. She is in far better comfort here than she would have been at home.
It's a pleasure. Oh, I mean, it's so...
Oh,
It's a pleasure that she's here, being ill.
he's sweet. He's a sweetie. Also, what a, like, to see someone sick so early.
It's all going according to plan. He's half in love with her already.
Who is Blossom?
Mr. Bingley. And he doesn't mind a bit that she hasn't a penny, for he has more than enough for the two of them.
You know what? I respect it. I respect it because I didn't realize that now that, I thought whatever was let was theirs and they were making money off of it, but they don't have any money, it seems. That's a lot of kids. 5, 6 girls to marry off. I mean, if you're gonna die and leave your kids with nothing, I think that mom wants to make sure her kids are okay.
Do tell your sister that I long to see her.
I've already told her once my desire.
I do dote on her.
Ah, does this girl like Mr. Darcy?
The word is indeed applied too liberally. I cannot boast of knowing more than half a dozen women in all my acquaintance that are truly accomplished.
Oh, Mr. Darcy.
Must comprehend a great deal in the idea.
She must have a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, dancing, and the modern languages to deserve the word.
Oh, wow.
And of course she must improve her mind by extensive reading.
I'm no longer surprised at your knowing only 6 accomplished women. I rather want to know you're knowing any.
Ooh.
I never saw such a woman. She would certainly be a fearsome thing to behold.
She would be, yeah. That seems nearly impossible to embrace all of those things.
It's refreshing, is it not? After sitting so long in one attitude.
In one attitude?
Either you are in each other's confidence and you have secret affairs to discuss, or you are conscious that your figures appear to the greatest advantage by walking.
Oh.
If the second, I can admire you much better from here.
Because we're doing our best to find a fault in you.
Maybe it's that I find it hard to forgive the follies and vices of others, or their offences against me. My good opinion, once lost, is lost forever.
Oh dear, I cannot tease you about that. What a shame, for I dearly love to laugh.
They've got good banter with each other. He's so serious. I'm not quite sure I like him, if I'm honest.
A Mrs. Bennet, a Miss Bennet, a Miss Bennet, and a Miss Bennet.
What an excellent room you have, sir.
Oh, they all put on their best. Oh, the girl on the right. Oh, that's the oldest, right? She doesn't like colour.
Absolutely. I find the country very diverting. Don't you agree, Darcy?
I find it perfectly adequate.
Mr. Bingley, is it true that you have promised to hold a ball here at Netherfield?
A ball?
They're excellent company.
Oh, do hold a ball.
Kitty.
When your sister is recovered, you shall name the day.
Oh, wow.
It would be better if conversation, instead of dancing, were the order of the day.
Indeed, much more rational, but rather less like a ball.
I like the idea of conversation, but like they said, not very much like a ball.
Thank you for your stimulating company. It has been most instructive.
Not at all. Pleasure is all mine.
Most instructive. Oh, they're besties now. I thought the little redhead girl liked Mr. Darcy and wouldn't want her. We wouldn't want that encroached upon. Oh. 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 Oh, why was that so hot?
I have reason to expect an addition to our family party.
Who?
He's the dreaded cousin.
Who's to inherit?
Indeed, everything, apparently.
Oh. Why?
Because the estate passes directly to him and not to us poor females.
What? That's why they don't get anything. Oh, wow. Everything goes to this guy? Oh, I just thought they didn't have money. It's just because they're all females?
I've often observed to Lady Catherine that her daughter seemed born to be a duchess. These are the kind of little delicate compliments which are always acceptable to the ladies.
How happy for you, Mr. Collins, to possess the talent for flattering with such delicacy.
Okay, I like the dad.
Proceed from the impulse of the moment, or are they the result of previous study?
Oh, she is so bold.
I always wish to give them as unstudied an air as possible.
Believe me, no one would suspect your manners to be rehearsed.
After dinner, I thought I might read to you all for an hour or two.
No, thank you.
And I have to inform you that the eldest Miss Bennet has captured my special attention.
The eldest? Oh.
And that the eldest Miss Bennet is very soon to be engaged.
I thought the eldest was the brunette.
But Miss Lizzie, next to her in both age and beauty, would make anyone an excellent partner.
No.
Indeed.
I thought the eldest one was the, like, dreary one that didn't wear color. Shit. No! Don't do this to Lizzie.
Mr. Collins is the sort of man who makes you despair at the entire set.
Yours, I believe.
Oh, wow.
I picked up my handkerchief too. Did you drop yours on purpose, Lizzie?
Mr. Wickham's a lieutenant.
An enchanted lieutenant.
Oh.
Shall we all look for some ribbon together?
Oh, everyone is all of a sudden into Lizzie.
I can't be trusted. I have very poor taste in ribbons.
Only a man truly confident of himself would admit to that.
No.
You must be the shame of the regiment.
What laughingstock?
What do your superiors do with you?
Oh my goodness, Lizzie. Oh, she's gonna...
Ignore me.
Oh, she's looking at his butt?
Lizzie, lend me some money.
You already owe me a fortune, Liddy.
Allow me to oblige.
Oh, no, Mr. Wickham, please.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Please run down.
I insist.
Mr. Bingley! Mr. Bingley!
I was just on my way to your house.
He is so sweet.
Be sure to invite Mr. Wickham. He is a credit to his profession.
Lydia, you can't invite people to other people's balls.
Ooh, oh, they don't like each other.
Of course you must come, Mr. Wickham. If you'll excuse me, ladies, enjoy the day.
What was that?
Forgive me, but are you acquainted with him?
Indeed, I've been connected with his family since infancy.
Oh, interesting.
You may well be surprised, Miss Elizabeth, especially given our cold greeting this afternoon.
Yeah, so what's the tea?
We grew up together, Darcy and I. His father treated me like a second son, loved me like a son.
That pissed him off then?
We were both with him the day he died. With his last breath, his father bequeathed me the rectory in his estate.
Whoa.
But Darcy ignored his wishes and gave the living to another man. Jealousy. His father... Well, he loved me better and Darcy couldn't stand it.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to stand that either. If my dad loved another guy, I'd loved another person more than me, and gave them everything. Unless I was a total prick and deserved it. Maybe Mr. Darcy does. But also, I didn't like the way that guy talked about that. I didn't like the way that he was like, his father loved me more. You know what? I don't really like that energy. Shouldn't you feel bad for the person whose father didn't love them?
I'll discover the truth from Mr. Bingley at the ball this evening.
If it is not true, let Mr. Darcy contradict it himself. Till he does, I hope never to encounter him.
Oh.
On the contrary, Wickham is twice the man Darcy is. And let us hope a rather more willing dancer.
Oh, because Mr. Darcy won't dance. But if Mr. Wickham dances, then that's a very intimate way to get to know someone, isn't it? Perhaps more intimate than poetry?
I'm so pleased you're here.
Oh.
Just admiring the general splendor. It is breathtaking, Mr. Bingley.
Good.
Oh. Why? The sister is so hard to read. I'm like, are we her friend or does she despise us? Or she just despises the world?
Did you see how he dotes on her? Dear Jane, always doing what's best for her family.
I think Jane actually, is actually endeared by him, Mom.
Lizzie, Mr. Wickham is not here.
Oh.
Perhaps you will do me the honour, Miss Elizabeth.
Oh.
You know who won't do what's best for her family? Lizzie. And I don't blame her.
To lavish upon one's partner.
My informant tells me that he would have been less inclined.
Delicate attentions, which is my...
But he would be less inclined to be engaged, were it not for the...
Not for the what?
Were it not for the presence at Netherfield of a certain gentleman.
Which is...
Oh.
It is my intention to remain close to you throughout the evening.
Oh, no.
May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
No. Whoa. The way they shot that reminded me of the hand moment, which I don't know why it's so hot, but it is, and that's all I needed.
I dare say you'll find him very amiable, Lizzie. It would be most inconvenient since I've sworn to loathe him for all eternity.
You know what? Now we get to be enemies to lovers.
Tell me, do you and your sisters very often walk to Meryton?
It's a great opportunity to meet new people. In fact, when you met us, we just had the pleasure of forming a new acquaintance.
No, she's gonna bring him up.
Mr. Wickham is blessed with such happy manners. He is sure of making friends. Whether he's capable of retaining them is less certain.
Ooh!
Why do you ask such a question?
To make out your character, Mr. Darcy.
And what have you discovered?
Very little. I hear such different accounts of you puzzle me exceedingly.
Yeah, it is puzzling. I would like clarity, because you know what? The way that he talks about Mr. Wickham is not as rude. He had a little snide remark, but I feel like the way Wickham said the line, I can't really, my stomach can't unchurn from the way Wickham said the line about, well, his father loved me more.
Is that Mr. Darcy of Pemberley in Derbyshire?
I believe so.
I must make myself known to him immediately, Catherine.
Mr. Collins, he will consider it an impertinence.
Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy.
Oh, the whole room went silent. Oh, I'm sorry. Does she also want Lizzie? That was a very, you know what I mean?
Very dear. You've delighted us long enough. Have the other young ladies had a turn?
Oh.
Of course. We fully expect a most advantageous marriage.
Has he even proposed? Should she even be talking about the marriage this openly?
I'm very proud.
There's a lot of happiness here. A lot of giggles.
Clearly my family are having a competition to see who can expose themselves to the most ridicule.
Well, at least Bingley has not noticed.
I think he likes her very much.
I think he does.
Bingley likes her enormously, but might not do more if she does not help him on.
What are you trying to tell her to do?
She should move fast, snap him up.
Oh yeah, she is dancing with another guy.
I can't help feeling that at any point this evening, someone's going to produce a piglet and make us chase it.
Darcy's dancing again, but with the sister. I thought he didn't like to dance.
I'm awfully sorry.
Mom? Mom is a mess. She wants this life so bad. Oh. He's pining. He's pining.
Mary.
Oh, Mary.
I've been practicing it all week.
Oh, Mary. Hi, Lizzie. Also relatable, finding a dark room in a corner to hide in.
Mr. Bennet, wake up. Oh, I've never had such a good time in my life.
Mom's a hoot.
You cannot be serious.
What? Oh.
We'll be having a wedding here at Netherfield in less than 3 months, if you ask me, Mr. Bennet.
Mom's gonna ruin it. This guy.
I was hoping, if it would not trouble you, that I might solicit a private audience with Miss Elizabeth in...
No.
Yes, certainly. Lizzie will be very happy indeed.
Look at that fear in her eyes.
Alice can have nothing to say to me that anybody need not hear.
No nonsense, Lizzie. I desire you will stay where you are.
Damn.
Jane, don't. Jane.
Jane is like giggling, like, sucks to be you. Oh, Dad, help! He can't do anything, can he? It's not as this environment isn't as fun when the girl doesn't want it.
Almost as soon as I entered the house, I singled you out as the companion of my future life.
But also, no, you didn't.
Perhaps
I don't know why.
I may state my reasons for marrying. Firstly, that it is the duty of a clergyman to set the example. My object in coming to Longbourn was to choose such a one from among Mr. Bennet's daughters. For
right.
Such an alliance will surely suit everyone.
I hate it here. I hate this for her.
Assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affection.
Mr. Collins!
The violence of my affection.
You are too hasty, sir. You forget that I have given no answer.
No, thank you.
But I regret that I must decline it. You could not make me happy, and I'm convinced I'm the last woman in the world who could make you happy.
True and fair.
Your refusal is merely a natural delicacy. Besides, you should take into account that despite your manifold attractions, it's by no means certain that another offer of marriage may ever be made to you.
Wow.
You simply seek to increase my love by suspense.
Sir.
According to the usual practice of elegant females.
Sir. Please understand me. I cannot accept you.
I'm not the sort of female to torment a respectable man. Okay, it's not fair to laugh at him. After all, girls.
Foolish child.
I thought that. Okay, I guess I thought she doesn't look. She definitely looks younger. I don't know why. Earlier when they introduced him, I thought that was the oldest one. She seems intrigued by him. And Mom should have talked to Elizabeth. If she really wanted that to go over well at all, you should know that Lizzie is headstrong.
You must come and make Lizzie marry Mr. Collins.
No.
Think of your family.
You cannot make me.
Mr. Bennett, say something.
Oh.
Your mother insists on you marrying Mr. Collins.
Yes, or else you'll never see her again.
Whoa.
You must be a stranger to one of your parents.
One of them.
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do.
Ooh! Thank you, Dad. I love him.
Child. People who suffer as I do from nervous complaints can have no pleasure in talking to anybody.
Sorry, that's relatable and funny.
What's
Oh
the matter?
no.
Jane.
Oh. You broke up with her? You suck! Because of your fucking sister? I despise you. To be fair, we can blame it on the mom, I think. Are they just leaving now then?
I don't understand what would take him from Netherfield. Why would he not know when he was to return?
Read it, I don't mind.
That's okay, because he didn't break up with her, he's just leaving. But it's like breaking up, isn't it?
Mr. Darcy is impatient to see his sister, and we are scarcely less eager to meet her again.
Is that not clear enough?
Caroline sees that her brother is in love with you, and is taking him off to persuade him otherwise.
Yeah, true.
It's far more likely that he does not love me and never has.
He loves you, Jane. Do not give up.
Oh, Jane. We all saw the way he looked at you.
Let it be known you are there, and I am sure he will come to you.
That's a good sister.
A girl likes to be crossed in love now and then. It gives her something to think of, and a sort of distinction amongst her companions. Well, it's your turn now, Lizzie. What about Mr. Wickham?
What about Mr. Wickham?
Father?
And you have an affectionate mother who would make the most of it.
That she would. Aside from the tip with Mr. Darcy and whatever's going on there, I think she should go find Mr. Wickham. Oh, oh. Oh!
Charlotte! My dear Lizzie, I've come here to tell you the news.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Collins and I are engaged.
Good!
There is no earthly reason why I shouldn't be as happy with him as any other.
Oh.
I'm 27 years old. I've no money and no prospects. I'm already a burden to my parents, and I'm frightened.
Oh. That made her think, but I wonder. Because she wouldn't have been happy, and I think Charlotte could find happiness in that life. Though, to be fair, I think she deserves utmost happiness, not settling, but some people just can't settle. And it'll be worse for everyone if they try.
Dear Charlotte, what with your departure, Jane's to London, and the militia to the north with the colourful Mr. Wickham.
Oh, Oh.
Confess the view from where I sit has been rather grey.
Oh.
As for the favour you ask, it is no favour at all. I would be happy to visit you at your earliest convenience.
Yay. Is she happy? Let's just see. Is Charlotte gonna be happy? She seems all smiles.
My dear, I think our guest is tired after her journey.
I plan many improvements, of course. I intend to throw out a bow and plant...
You know what? This feels right.
Any young lady would be happy to be the mistress of such a house.
Oh. Were you just trying to rub that in her face?
This parlour is for my own particular use. Oh, Lizzie, it's such a pleasure to run my own home.
Oh.
We've received an invitation to visit Rosings this evening from Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
How wonderful.
Do not make yourself uneasy, my dear cousin, about your apparel.
Just put on whatever you've brought that's best.
Lady Catherine's never been averse to the truly humble.
He's just peculiar, isn't he? He's eager and happy to live the way that he lives. And I love that for him. And I'm glad we didn't have to marry him. Does she have a bird on her head? Is that just a flower? What is happening? No, it's a feather, but it might as well be half alive, the way it was flapping there.
So you are Elizabeth Bennet?
I am, your ladyship.
This is my daughter.
Hello?
Kind of you to
Rather
ask us to
alone
dine,
cost
Lady
upwards of
Catherine.
£300.
Shh. Mr. Darcy?
Mr. Darcy?
Miss Elizabeth, I'm a guest here.
You know my nephew?
Oh, wow.
My eldest sister is currently in London. Perhaps you happen to see her there.
I haven't been fortunate enough,
You
no.
play the pianoforte, Miss Bennet?
A little, ma'am, and very poorly.
Oh. Do you draw?
Oof.
Has your governess left you?
We never had a governess.
No governess? 5 daughters brought up at home without a governess. I never heard such a thing.
Oof. Oof.
The younger ones out before the elders are married. Your youngest sisters must be very young.
Yes, my youngest is not 16.
That's not young enough, I guess.
Not to have their share of amusement because the elder is still unmarried. It would hardly encourage sisterly affection.
On my word, you give your opinion very decidedly for so young a person.
She does. It's my favorite thing about her.
Come, Miss Bennet, and play for us.
No, I beg you.
For music is my delight.
Mr. Darcy, please.
Lady Catherine, I'm not afflicted with false modesty. When I say I play poorly,
Come, Lizzie. Her ladyship demands it.
What? The vibes are so strange with this lady. The ladyship demands it. The ladyship demands it. But you know what I demand? I demand that we not hear whatever this atrocious playing is. It's about to come out of her fingers.
How does Georgiana get along, Darcy?
It sounds beautiful.
You mean to frighten me, Mr. Darcy, by coming in all your state to hear me?
I'm well enough acquainted with you, Miss Elizabeth, to know that I cannot alarm you, even should I wish it.
Oh.
What was my friend like in Hertfordshire?
To be known is to be loved.
Prepare yourself for something very dreadful. The first time I saw him at the assembly, he danced with nobody at all. Even though gentlemen were scarce and there was more than one young lady sitting down without a partner.
I knew nobody beyond my own party.
Oh, and nobody can be introduced in a ballroom.
And you know what? Oh, sorry, did we just fall in love? Oh, he loves her. Oh, he loves her! Let's fall in love. Oh, hi.
I'm afraid Mr. and Mrs. Collins have gone on business to the village.
And
This is a charming house.
Mr. Darcy, you said you had trouble conversing with people you don't know, but you do know her. So come on, why are you here? Come on, buddy.
Shall I call for some tea?
No, thank you.
He's so nervous. It's endearing. It's actually kind of cute.
Good day, Miss Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure.
Can't say the same, but...
What on earth have you done to poor Mr. Darcy?
I have no idea.
He's enchanted.
Which are only to be obtained through intercourse. Forgive me, through the intercourse of friendship or civility.
Darcy is a most loyal companion. From what I heard in our journey here, he recently came to the rescue of one of his friends just in time.
Wait, really?
Saved the man from an imprudent marriage.
Who's the man?
Mr. Darcy.
His closest friend, Charles Bingley.
He's the one who messed it up for Jane.
There were apparently strong objections to the lady.
Her lack of fortune.
I think it was a family that was considered unsuitable.
Yep. Mom.
He separated them.
I believe so. I know nothing else.
Oh. And now we're back to hating Mr. Darcy. An emotional run in the rain, though. Kinda nice.
I came to Rosings with the single object of seeing you. I had to see you.
Oh.
Against my better judgment, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth, my rank and circumstance, all these things, that I'm willing to put them aside and ask you to end my agony.
What?
Are you rejecting me?
I'm sure that the feelings which, as you've told me, have hindered your regard will help you in overcoming it.
Ooh.
Do you think that anything might tempt me to accept the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister?
Yeah. If it really was you.
And involving them both in misery of the acutest kind?
I do not deny it.
You did it.
How could you do it?
Because I believed your sister indifferent to him.
Indifferent?
Wow.
And realised his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strongly
Because
for him.
you suggested it.
I did it for his own good.
She liked him.
It was made perfectly clear that an advantageous marriage...
Did my sister give that impression?
No, no.
Her mom did.
It was the lack of propriety shown by your mother, your 3 younger sisters, even on occasion your father.
Oh. Even Daddy?
You and your sister I must exclude from this.
Oh.
And what about Mr. Wickham?
No, yeah. Wait, this will change everything for me.
To that gentleman's
He told me
concerns.
of his misfortunes.
Oh, yes, his misfortunes have been very great indeed.
You ruin his chances, and yet you treat him with sarcasm.
So this is your opinion of me?
Well, tell us the truth.
Perhaps these offences might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my honesty and...
Her pride?
From the first moment I met you, your arrogance and conceit, your selfish disdain for the feelings of others, made me realise that you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Wow. But then why do I want you guys to kiss so much right now? Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time.
No, take up more, actually. Oh, sorry. Wait! Come back! No, they need to kiss. We didn't get any answers about Mr. Wingham either. What was it her dad said about like having something to distract you when you feel this way? It's like nice. It's not, he's kind of not wrong. It is kind of nice to have your mind be thinking about things, strategizing. Who? Mr. Darcy?
I came to leave you this.
Oh, Lizzie.
But if I may, I will address the 2 offences you have laid against me.
Oh, please do. Oh, it's all in the letter?
My
Okay.
father loved Mr. Wickham as a son. In consequence, he left him a generous living. He demanded the value of the living which he was given, and which he gambled away within weeks.
Oh, wow.
He came back to see us last summer, at which point he declared passionate love for my sister, whom he tried to persuade to elope with him.
Oh.
She is to inherit £30,000.
That's
when
a
it was
lot.
made clear he would never receive a penny of that inheritance, he disappeared. I will not attempt to convey the depth of Georgiana's despair.
Oh.
She was 15 years old.
Oh, and at 15, that's heartbreaking.
Your sister and Mr. Bingley.
What's heartbreaking at any, but I
Though
feel
the
like...
motives which governed me may to you appear insufficient, they were in the service of a friend.
messed up that you got in the middle of that.
How fortunate you have arrived. Your aunt and uncle are here to deliver Jane from London.
Oh.
I'm quite over him, Lizzie.
Oh, okay.
So because I'm 2 years older.
Lydia's been invited to go to Brighton with the force.
Little sea bathing would set me up very nicely.
Oh.
If you, dear father, do not take the trouble to check her, she will be fixed forever as the silliest and most determined flirt who ever made her family ridiculous.
Lizzie, we shall have no peace until she goes.
Dad. And
Is that really all you care about?
oh. I think she sees her family a little bit differently now.
We will keep her out of any real mischief. And she's far too poor to be an object of prey to anyone.
Father, it's dangerous.
She can still be an object of prey. She has her body, which is a lot to some men.
And her stay in Brighton will teach her her own insignificance.
Oh, Dad.
She can hardly grow any worse. If she does, you'd be obliged to lock her up for the rest of her life.
Yeah, that is a harsh way to think about your daughter.
Come to the Peak District with us, Lizzie.
The glories of nature. What are men compared to rocks and mountains?
Believe me, men are either eaten up with arrogance or stupidity. If they are amiable, they're so easily led, they have no minds of their own whatsoever.
Oh, take care, my love. That savours strongly of bitterness.
It definitely does. And she's definitely had her fair share to give her bitterness. So.
I saw Mr. Darcy when I was at Rosings.
Oh, she's crying.
Did he mention Mr. Bingley? No, he did not.
Protecting her sister. Or protecting Mr. Darcy from the perception of her sister's heartbreak.
Where exactly are we?
I think we're quite close to Pemberley.
Mr. Darcy's home.
I've a hankering to see it.
Oh, no, let's not.
Oh, no, let's go.
I'd rather not. He's so...
So what?
He's so rich.
The poor man can't help it.
He won't be there anyway. These great men are never at home.
Yeah, he surely won't be there. Let's go. I want them a chance to get to know each other. That's all. Just a little chance. So you can just go walk into... Wow. You can like tour the house. That is kind of interesting. You know what? I'll give him this. If he's gonna collect such beautiful art, he's allowed maybe to have a little more of a pompous attitude about art. It's still a little off-putting that he expects women to be able to do every single thing under the sun, but...
Mr. Darcy.
Oh?
Lizzie, is it a true likeness?
Do you not think him a handsome man, miss?
Oh, does she?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I dare say he is.
She is... Look at how she just can't stop looking at him. Girl, write him back. Someone's playing the piano. What is this, sister? Okay. He's here. Oh! First of all, so creepy.
Are you staying at Lambton?
Yes, at the Rose and Crown.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to intrude. They said that the house was open for visitors. I had no idea.
May I see you back to the village?
No.
Ooh. No, come on.
Bye, Mr. Darcy.
Go after her. What do you want to do with that hand? Hold hers? Caress her face? Come on. Did he go to her place? Oh, and he's talking to her aunt and uncle. They've invited him. Yes. Aha, girl. Why did you, if you didn't want him to come by. Why then would you have told him where you were staying? You goofy girl.
Lizzie, we've just met Mr. Darcy. You didn't tell us that you'd seen him. He's asked us to dine with him tomorrow.
Ooh, so we're staying.
Not at all how you'd painted him. To dine with him. There's something pleasant about his mouth when he speaks. Particularly wants you to meet his sister.
Oh, wow. That's very special. You know, because his relationship with his sister will make us fall in love. The way that his sister hugged him and lit up.
Miss Elizabeth!
Oh. Oh, she already knows about her.
My brother has told me so much about you.
Well, that's a good sign.
Your unfortunate brother once had to put up with my playing for a whole evening.
But he says you play so well.
Then he has perjured himself most profoundly.
No, I said played quite well.
Oh, quite well is not very well. I'm satisfied.
Oh. Sorry. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Fall in love.
A letter for you, madam. What's from Jane?
What'd you do, Mr. Darcy? What?
It's the most dreadful news. Lydia has run away with Mr. Wickham.
That is dreadful.
She has no money, no connections.
And he has no honor.
This is my fault. If only I'd exposed Wickham when I should.
No. I might have prevented all this merely by being open with my sisters.
Oh. Can't blame yourself.
My father has gone to London, but I know very well that nothing can be done.
Oh.
This is grave indeed. I will leave you. Goodbye.
I'm afraid we must go at once.
Oh.
Bennett and find Lydia before she ruins the family forever.
Is he gonna go to London? Ruins the family forever. Whoa. Oh. Holy shit. I was not expecting this to be so dark. I don't like this guy. What does he want with her family anyway? He just wants, I don't know.
I always said they were unfit to take charge of her.
Now she's
I don't think you
You're
did.
all ruined. Who will take you down with a fallen sister?
Mom?
You can't do that. Don't be such a baby. Kitty, give it to me.
No! It's addressed to Papa.
Uh-oh.
It's in Uncle's writing.
Uh-oh.
Who's found them?
They're married. They will be if Father will settle £100 a year on her. That is Wickham's condition. £100?
What?
God knows how much your uncle must have laid on that wretched man.
What do you mean?
A man in his senses would marry Lydia under so slight a temptation as £100 a year. Your uncle must have been very generous.
You think he's already paid?
Wickham's a fool if he accepts less than £10,000.
10,000? Heaven forbid.
Father!
Holy shit.
Lydia married. And at 15 too.
Well, that makes you happy.
When you have 5 daughters, Lizzie, tell me what else will occupy your thoughts, and then perhaps you will understand.
You don't know what he's like.
Yeah.
Well, Monday morning came and I was in such a fuss.
I don't want to hear.
Ooh.
He was to be our best man if he doesn't come back. Lucky he did come back, or I would have had to ask Mr. Darcy, but I don't really like
Mr. Darcy?
Wait, what? She saw Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy was at your wedding.
He was the one that discovered us. He paid for the wedding.
What? Oh. Oh. So it wasn't the uncle who paid? Because her running off was like such a dishonor to the family. So did he save the honor? Is that what he was doing? I mean, the mom is happy, but those with sense don't seem to be pleased. Screw you, buddy.
My sisters may write to me, but they'll have nothing else to do.
Wow. And you know what? And she's a brat. He's gonna gamble away all that money, isn't he?
Goodbye. Bye, Lydia.
She seems happy, but she's 15. She's so young. And that man is so not. Oh, so he's gonna be harsh to her. He's gonna be bad to her.
Did you hear the news, madam? Mr. Bingley is returning to Netherfield.
Is it quite certain he's coming?
Yes, madam. I believe he's alone. His sister remains in town.
Good.
Why he thinks we should be interested, I've no idea. Come along, girls.
It's all right, Lizzie. I'm just glad he comes alone, because then we shall see less of him. But I dread other people's remarks.
Oh, that's fair. Just everyone knew that he had her attention and she had his, and it can feel embarrassing. Oh, but Mr. Darcy is here, so he's not alone. He's just...
He's here! He's here! He's at the door!
He came to see them, to see Jane.
Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley.
They did good. They did good getting all ready for them to walk in.
My Jane looks well.
So soon.
Does she not?
Why are you guys here? To see Jane, I hope.
Indeed.
Oh.
Well, we must be going, I think. It's been very pleasant to see you all again.
You just came to say hi. My favorite thing about this movie, it's a double love story. I hope. This music is giving me more hope.
No, you cannot think me so weak as to be in danger now. I think you are in great danger of making him as much in love with you as ever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, though, that he came with Mr. Darcy. Don't say that. Why ever not?
Tell her, be open.
Look, it's him. He's back. He's come again.
Oh.
I know this is all very untoward, but I would like to request the privilege of speaking to Miss Bennet.
Which one?
Alone.
Everybody to the kitchen. Oh, Mr. Bingley, it is so good to see you again so soon.
Mom, you're gonna ruin it for everyone. Oh, Mr. Bennet, welcome home.
Yes. 1,000 times.
Did he ask her? Oh.
Lord, for that, I thought it would never happen.
Oh. Oh, she's so happy. Oh, Lizzie. What's wrong? She's realizing she wants Mr. Darcy.
Oh, Lizzie, if I could but see you so happy, if there was such another man for you.
There is, I think.
What's that?
What?
Maybe he's changed his mind.
No, surely not.
Yes?
Lady Catherine.
Oh, hello.
I need to speak to Miss Elizabeth Bennet alone.
Oh.
As a matter of urgency.
Oh. Pardon?
You can be at no loss, Miss Bennet, to understand why I am here.
I'm at a loss.
A report of a most alarming nature has reached me that you intend to be united with my nephew.
What?
I know this to be a scandalous falsehood. Though not wishing to injure him by supposing it possible, I instantly set off to make my sentiments known.
Wow.
Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
Your ladyship has declared it to be impossible.
Let me be understood. He's engaged to my daughter. Now what have you to say?
Whoa.
You can have no reason to suppose he would make an offer to me.
You selfish girl.
Wow.
Planned since their infancy.
Oh, well, maybe he doesn't want
it.
it.
It can be prevented by a young woman of inferior birth.
Well, now I see where he gets his language from.
Are you engaged to him?
I am not.
She wishes she were, though.
And will you promise never to enter into such an engagement?
No.
You have insulted me in every possible way and can now have nothing further to say.
So get out.
Lizzie, what on earth is going on?
Small misunderstanding.
Lizzie?
Once in your life, leave me alone!
Oh, Lizzie. That was so mean of Lady Catherine. Whatever her name is. I hate her. And I want them to get married. Just be together. I'm done with this. I'm done with everyone else. Screw them all. Oh.
I couldn't sleep.
Nora, my aunt.
Yes, she was here.
Yeah, screw her. We hate her.
After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
Surely you must know it was all for you.
Oh. Because he loves you.
If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes have not changed. But one word from you will silence me forever.
That lady's gonna be so pissed off.
You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love you.
Bewitched me, body and soul? Say yes, Lizzie.
Well then.
The hand! Oh!
Your hands are cold.
Warm them up by holding hands. Like this. Oh my gosh.
Shut the door, please, Elizabeth.
Oh. Uh-oh. Please, Dad, please.
Are you out of your senses?
Yes, a little bit, maybe.
I thought you hated the man.
Well.
You would have more fine carriages than Jane, but would that make you happy?
He would make her
No
happy.
other objection than your belief in my indifference.
We all know him to be a proud, unpleasant sort of fellow.
Yes, but...
This would be nothing if you really liked him.
I love him.
Oh.
You don't know him, Papa, if I told you what he was really like. What he's done.
Is she really gonna tell him?
I must pay him back.
No. He and I are so similar.
That could... You know what? Yeah. Oh.
Papa,
oh.
You really do love him, don't you?
Oh, he's so happy for her.
I heartily give my consent.
Oh my God.
I could not have parted with you, my Lizzie, to anyone less worthy.
Oh. He was her favorite, clearly.
If any young men come for Mary or Kitty, for heaven's sake, send them in.
Oh. I didn't know we were getting a 2-for-1 special love story. Ah, enemies to lovers. And well done at that. Misunderstanding. I was so glad they came together, especially after that freaking lady came to yell at Lizzie. Back up. Back up. You asked us so many questions about what we could do, piano, drawing, etc., etc. Made us feel inferior, made us feel less than. You can kind of see that influence it had on Mr. Darcy, but we both found our sense in the end, didn't we? And we're the better for it. Everyone is, except for, well, the sister who got married to what's his face. That's a little bit of a depressing side of the story, but overall, like, enchanting. I find it so interesting that some of, like, love stories seem to have some of the most dramatic and, like, heart-wrenching moments in them, because there's, I don't know, you can't I don't think anything is as lasting a feeling when you don't have contrast, if you just have the happiness and you don't have the pull, the struggle. It doesn't last as long in your heart, in your mind, in your brain, in your experience. So you kind of have to play on that feeling of negativity to have an ending that feels satisfying. Like you fought and you won, and you struggled but you conquered. You feared but you overcame. You misunderstood, but now you see clearly. And the writing is spectacular too. I mean, that's kind of what Jane Austen is known for, right? Like this very flourishy, proper, elegant writing of sorts. And that comes across, I feel like, quite well. My cheeks hurt a little bit from like grinning so much. I'm very pleased with the ending. I think I get it. I do. I get it. I feel like this will be even better on a second watch. Because you can just sit there and be like, okay, Goofy, you'll get there eventually. Because I'll say one of the hardest things to stomach was the mom making a fool of herself. But it's understandable, I suppose. I think she had some fair points to say, like, if you have 5 daughters, you'll surely be wrapped up in thinking about how they marry, especially in a world like this, right? I don't think if you had 5 daughters today, you'd necessarily feel the same, but when your worth as a human comes down to who you marry, I can only imagine that stress would be immense to think about, like, well, when we die, since we didn't have any sons, there's no one to take care of our daughters. And in a world where you need a man to have a life, to have money, to have free will, a sense of free will, you know, I guess it's not really free, but yeah, attached, you know, a better chance in the world, I suppose. Yeah, I would be pretty stressed about that, thinking about the well-being of my children. But then they did. They fell in love. And it was a slow burn. I mean, it was obviously, movies with like this, it's interesting because there's key elements of it that, like, you hear about within pop culture generally. And I feel like I knew the name Mr. Darcy, and I feel like I knew from maybe just the, like, cover photo, the posters of this movie, that was Keira Knightley and Mr. Darcy, Lizzie and Mr. Darcy, that's Keira Knightley, right? Who end up together or have this like love interest. So there wasn't like that, like, I didn't have to like figure out who was trying to get with who at the beginning, which allowed me to feel this deeper investment in it, because I knew right off the bat that, like, I hoped right off the bat that they would come to love each other, but it didn't start off very well with him saying she wasn't very handsome. I did not know how we were going to recover from that first bit, but we did. We did, because we misunderstood each other. And now that we understand each other, they can love each other. And he did use his money to aid her family, not once, but, well, I don't know if he used any money for Jane. But he definitely conversed with his friend to get him to reconsider, to go back, to perhaps see that the advice his sister and friend had given him was misunderstood, coming from the wrong place. Well, I don't know. Coming from the wrong place, I feel like they probably both felt they were doing the best thing in the moment. But it's telling that they didn't bring the sister this time. She couldn't intervene, could she? Beautiful story. Thank you for watching with me. Happy Valentine's Day to all. And may love find you in healthy and equal measures, and may it be beneficial to the all of your life. I'll see you in the next one.